Aloha guys! I hope you are still sleeping, or maybe some are just about to go to sleep. I was cleaning and it's a nice day today. Lots of birds. I don't know if you can hear. I started gardening outside and it's sunny, but it's still chilly. So I'm halfway done outside. It's a mess. It's such a mess. It looks ugly outside. Um, I started taking out some weeds because they're getting taller. As you know, I leave all of the weeds to get tall during the winter. That way the birds, the squirrels, and other animals have somewhere to hide during cold season. So now it's spring and they're so tall, they're even so hard to pull out now. Some are taller than me, so I got my bolo. Karon, I'm so sore. So I left everything the way it is. I'll do some more tomorrow because I'm all alone today. And you know, when you pull out the weeds and everything and then you leave, the birds will come and eat whatever insect or bugs they can find, like worms. So they're having fun outside. Venus is outside laying out because the sun is out. And I'm here. Everybody else is asleep. The cat, Ninja, is asleep right here. I just changed the bed sheets and it's all warm because I just took out the bed sheets and comforter from the dryer. Jansen is rolling around on it because it's still hot. Anyway, I took my shower and you notice something different? Do you see my bangs? Remember I told you nga musukol jud siya kay kulot? Awa, musukol jud. Imong iana, mobalik jud. Ay katawa diha sis Viol. Ngun si sis Viol planchahon. Di ko kapoy. Ako lang huwaton nga mo taas. Unya. Mauna na. I found my old coconut or a cocoa shell necklace and it made me so happy. I was vacuuming under the bed and it got stuck. So I'm like, what's going on? So I'm like, oh, my cocoa shells. So I washed it, dip it in hot water. I let it sit outside so it dries. And I think I made this. Yeah, I made this a while back. A few places here, they carry native stuff from Hawaii mostly, and I'm sure Philippines send it to Hawaii, and then Hawaii overprices them. And then I'd buy some from time to time because I love them. It's really light, and I think they're so pretty, especially the different colored ones. Like this one is tiger brown coconut shells, and then the other one is just bleached white, so it's pretty. Anyway, basa pa akong buhok. Onya, I scrub my face with a face towel because it was getting a little dry. So I put some coconut oil and then I scrub it to kind of exfoliate. So if you can see, it's red. But I put some lotion on, so I just went like this. So it's fine, but basa akong buhok, so I look funny. Don't laugh. Anyway, for our May challenge, we were going to save some candy wrappers and make it into flower bouquets. So here's the deal. I bought some of the broomsticks, and this one I got from Hawaii. So it's pricey. Mahal ka ang baligya nila sa silhig. Tukog sa silhig, guys. So, it's right here. Tukog sa silhig. Murag ila na ning gilimpyuhan ba? Kay, it's so flexible. So, what I'm going to do before May, 2 weeks before May, gamay pa kaayo akong candy wrappers, guys. So I'm just gonna take some of this and maybe do like 5 or 6 of these sticks. It's just for fun. If you don't want to do it, please don't do it. Don't stress, and don't eat a lot of candies just so you can save some candy wrappers. If you can't find any, then please don't do it. It's not good for the teeth. The guys at work, they eat a lot of candy. Sometimes I hide the candy dish or candy bowl just so they stop eating. So every time they come by my office and get some candy, I'm like, busted! They start laughing. They're like, only one, only one. That's your second one. So it discourages them from eating one every hour. Anyway, mao ni among gibuhat, guys, for the young ones over there in elementary days. Ask your mom. This was what we did. We'd always have this project. I think 2nd grade or 3rd grade. Then we would save all of the candy wrappers and then we would use them as flowers right here. Some people, you know, the ones with money at that time, ilan ni siyang i-wrap of crepe paper or papel hapon nga green, and then they would add the candy wrapper flowers and petals, and it would look so funny. Then they would take an old vase or old bottle, wrap it with yarn or whatever they can find at home, and then we would put it there, and the teachers would display it along the windows of the school, and it looked pretty. Anyway, it's just for fun. I was eating a bunch of candy that one day, and then I realized, started folding the candy wrappers, and then it brought me back home, and it brought me back reminiscing times when I was in elementary and I never had wrappers, and I would ask each store to save some for me, like the Candy Mint, Snow Bear, Halls, but there were nice ones that were very colorful. Pricey candy that we couldn't afford kay pobre. Mauna. So mauna akong gamit, guys. I'm ready. Anyway, mauna akong istorya today. Earlier, I was thinking, you know, I've been seeing a lot of postings on Facebook na murag dark, you know, friends depressed, ingon ana. And I was thinking, you know, every person good, guys. Tansa, inamsa ko. You know, every person, it's not just the struggle, but every person goes through dark moments. It might not be money, or it might not be work. They could have everything in the world, but still, there's a point in time, point in our lives where we feel down, and we don't know why. We can't explain it, and it's like an internal battle. Some of them would last for a long time, and of course, people go up and seek the help of a therapist, like maybe a psychologist, and then if the psychologist couldn't deal with it, because it's mostly behavioral, then they would recommend you to see a psychiatrist. It's very the same, except for the psychiatrist can actually prescribe medication, and you know me, I stay away from those. So remember, my doctor calls me stubborn. Anyway, so I was thinking about that, you know, those internal battles that we have to deal with. Usually it hits a lot of people at age 30 for some reason. Other people, it hits them around 40 or when they turn 40, 45. Uh, I have not been through it, but I have talked to a lot of friends, and there were times they would ask me to come over and they need to talk, or they just want to let out whatever their feelings were inside. And I've observed, and they don't even want you to say something. They get mad if you interrupt them. They just want everything out of their system. Anyway, those are internal battles, and in most cases, it makes you depressed. Dark thoughts comes flooding into your mind. You feel numb, and you isolate yourself from family, your wife, your kids, your parents. It's something you can't control. You feel unmotivated. You're kind of not emotionally available. You stay away from people. You just go into your room and lock yourself up. You can't eat. You have a hard time eating. You can't sleep because your mind is always thinking about thoughts that just comes to mind you can't control, and you don't know why. You feel differently. You talk differently. You think differently, and all those, you can't control yourself for some reason. A lot of people don't know what it is, and everyone would just like, oh, you're depressed, take this or drink this. It's actually deeper than that. It's, for some reason, it's very hard to deal with, and some of them actually can't get out of it. It's like, for all of your life, you're up here, and then you just kind of fall into this valley, and some people can't get back up to where they were. They get stuck there, and you really need to do something about it. Some people, they feel like that maybe for a week, and then they're fine. They just go snap right back at where they were. Some people, they go into really dark thoughts, dark acts. And some people, when they can't reach help, they commit suicide. They hurt themselves. They hurt their family. It gets really bad. So anyway, I want to touch on these subjects because it's very important, especially now we're getting older, and it's hard. It's hard for most people because they don't understand what it is, and then they just jump to a hasty conclusion: I'm going crazy, or it's their fault and I'm going to hurt them, like that. When you start feeling down and emotional, and just like I said, you stop taking care of yourself, you're not proud of yourself, you blame yourself and other people, you stop taking a shower, your hygiene is bad, or you don't want to dress up anymore and feel good, pay attention to those things because it can be deadly. It's your energy is all drained and you're tired. You would say you're tired of living, and you can't do anything about it. You don't know what to do, and you just want to basically end your life, and it's not a good thing. Life is beautiful. Life is beautiful, don't forget that. So when you start feeling even just a minuscule, and you feel down or sad, make sure you pay attention. Pay attention. When you're angry, pay attention. Question yourself, why am I angry? Try and write down the pros and cons, and when it started, and what you can do about being happy again or making yourself happy again. Do something about it. So when you're sad, make sure you pay attention. When you're depressed, when you're kind of numb and staying away from people, something is wrong. Your whole being is telling you to take a break. So anyway, when energy is down, everything is down, you need to wake up and start protecting yourself and your energy. What you'll need to do is first, drink a lot of water. Drink a lot of water because water fuels the body. That's the first thing. Drink a lot of water. After that, try and call your closest friend. Call your friend. Tell them the truth and be with that friend. Stay with people who loves you truly. Stay with people who lifts you up. Someone who won't judge you. Positive, happy people. Even if they don't say anything, it feels right. It boosts back your energy and it helps a lot. Spend time with nature. You can be alone, go outside, spend time with nature. Just be quiet, go outside in the garden, because we're always busy, and at home it doesn't help because everything is so loud and it makes you even more crazy. So go somewhere where you can just sit and breathe. Close your eyes, listen to the birds, watch the butterflies. Go to the beach, take off your shoes, walk along the beach barefoot. Get wet. Go for a swim if you like. It helps a lot. Anywhere where there's green, where there's water, it's healing. It heals you right away. It helps. Wait, because my dog wants to come back in. Venus, ready? Okay, excuse me guys. You're tired, Venus? Anyway, so do that, guys. Be with someone you trust and you love. Happy people. Someone who won't judge you. Spend time with nature. Be alone. Drink water. Exercise. Exercise does a lot. Even if you're just sitting on the floor and stretching alone, and move your body. Move your body. If you need to take off of work, do it. Take 1 week off and don't think about work. Just do something for yourself. Make yourself a priority. Go have fun. Buy food that you love. Treat yourself to a wonderful meal, or go buy yourself something special. Do something for you because it will make you feel good about yourself. If you're at home and you can't go anywhere, clean your house. What I do is when I'm feeling sad or overwhelmed, I clean the house. I clean the house, I mop, I would dust all over. I go outside, chop up some stuff, trim the bushes. And when I'm done, I throw away all of the clutter that I don't need. Sometimes you look at your things and you're like, I've never used it before, then give it away, because you know what? If you haven't used it, you bought it, you haven't used it for 5 years, more likely you're never going to use it. So give it away. One, you're making someone happy. And two, now you have enough space at home. Do it. So again, if you feel down, unmotivated, can't eat, feeling depressed, start blaming people, something is wrong with your system and you need to get out of it. Need to get out of it. What I have been doing, and a lot of my friends have been doing, is really to set something like a self-care technique, something you can do every day. You need to do these every day. You need to practice physical health. Do physical health, sleep early, go for a walk, exercise. And then mental health, meditate. Again, go outside, be quiet, pray. It helps a lot. Pray. And then visualize. Try and close your eyes and think about something that made you happy when you were younger. Think about things, or think about yourself when you were 10 years old, when there was no worry in the world, and try and hug the old you. Bring back that old you and understand why it went away. I always go back and think about school because I'm crazy about school. I love school. I think about when I was younger and my father would take me to a park like the Plaza Independencia and Fort San Pedro in English. I would think about those things, and I would think about my family. You know, there are 7 girls and 2 boys. Mostly the girls, we would all go to church wearing white dress, and we would all magpanon at padungan to sa church sa Mandawi. Those are fun times, and from time to time I would just close my eyes and reminisce. Remember all of the good times, all those things we did when we were younger, and you know how you can try and incorporate that into your daily life and be happy again. Emotional health. What I do for emotional health is I write my thoughts. I write my plans for the next week. I love diaries. I do journalizing, just writing your thoughts or some simple quotations, and later on read them. It helps. That's for my emotional health. It helps a lot. Spiritual health. Be with nature. Again, be with nature. Ground yourself. Try and ground yourself. Connect with Mother Earth and be with that source that is bigger than all of us. Be with nature. So there you go, guys. Physical health, mental health, emotional health, spiritual health, and make a balance. Again, make yourself a priority and help yourself. Help yourself because it's very important. All these, physical health, mental health, emotional health, spiritual health, I actually do daily. I have practiced it long enough where it's just, part of my daily routine. I go to sleep early. I wake up early. What's wrong, girl? Anyway, I would go to sleep early. I wake up early. I make my coffee. I do my stretches while the coffee is brewing. sometimes I would go out for a walk or for a run. That's for my physical health. And then I'd have time to be quiet and meditate because hubby is still sleeping. I would pray, and then I would visualize before I leave the house. I would think about something beautiful and keep that here until I leave the house. Emotional health. At lunch, I'm always talking to you guys. It helps me. And I write down stuff. I love writing. I love pens. I love pencils. And I just love writing on my journal and having to read them later on in the night or just a few days later. It's for my emotional health and of course spiritual health. I go out in the garden. To me, it's something spiritual because I'm helping the bees and the butterflies, the birds, and it's just so calming and beautiful, you know, tending to Mother Earth and planting. Sundays, sometimes I would go for a walk along the beach alone where it's quiet. No dogs crying like right now. I don't know what she wants. Anyway, it helps a lot. So I hope, you know, this message will reach out a lot of people. Breathe, guys. Breathe if you feel like the whole world is just pounding on you and everything is too heavy and draining for you. Everything gets better, but you need to pay attention to these things. I'm gonna let my dog out. Hold on, guys. Anyway, guys, I ate some of the rice and pancit and some ginger. Gigutom ko. Excuse me, now I'm full. Sige, nagpanugan. Guys, akong buhok ba, basa-basa pagamay pero uga na siya diri tan-awa. Ni samot na gyud og sokol akong bangs. Katawa diha gyud. Awa, bisag pa flat na nako wa na. Mao ni guys ang natural nako nga buhok tan-awa unsa ka kulot nagkalkag. Anyway, also guys, you know what I can tell all of you, what really helps me and a lot of people is you know how as we get older we have a whole lot of responsibilities to our family, to the wife or husband, to the kids. You know, you're always busy working all week, working day and night, and even during the weekends. That's good, but it drains the body and your energy. So from time to time, it's always good to go out with your friends and have fun. Having a channel out of home and family or out of your relationship is healthy. Make sure you make a time for yourself to go out and be with your friends just to catch up, magluto og daghan dito sa someone's house and eat and, you know, spend like an hour or two and talk. Just talk and laugh, and it's good. Pananghid lang yun mo kay basig awayon mo sa Anyway, bitaw, it's good to spend time with friends. It balances out everything and makes you happy. My dog seems to be trying to drive me crazy today. She was outside and then she wants to come in and now she wants to go back out. What's wrong? Mama's not paying attention? You miss Papa? You miss Papa? Come. You tilt your head. It's a good girl. I know you want to sit with mommy. Okay, dali, 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 kata. So anyway, guys, make time for yourself. Spend time with friends. Even if you just go to a restaurant and eat for an hour and talk, it's very healthy. Don't keep yourself just between work and home, home and work. It's not good. Go out, have fun. Life is too short. Be present. Acknowledge yourself and do something for you. It's healthy. Anyway, I think my dog wants to go for a run, so I'm gonna end it here. Everyone, please have a good week and enjoy your week. Keep spreading love. Aloha!